to my Scholars Retreat mod author walkthrough or overview or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you the various features of this home, and I will show you a secret. The secret is going to be at the end of the video, and I will give you a warning before I tell you about it, in case you do not want any spoilers. So with that out the way, let's just fast forward a bit so we get a bit brighter. Alright then, here we go. I have got my FPS counter on to demonstrate how this is working for me. This is my 224 mod profile. I never really run more than 250 mods. I am not somebody who uses collections. I certainly don't do collections with thousands of mods in them. I cannot help you if you have frame FPS problems here. I'm currently sitting at 25, 24, quite comfortably, no problem running around, moving or anything, and this is with everything fully rezzed. Right, okay, so here we have the garden. By the way, if you don't like this garden, you can use Jackson's Positioner and just delete whatever plant you want to delete from here. Seriously, if this gets in your nerves, you can do that, or you can just simply download the earlier version, the original version 1, because that doesn't have this front garden at all. Alright, so that's that. Here we have a little stable for Horsey, and yep, here we go. Now we have plenty of entrances to this home. This is the official entrance. And we're starting with a unburdened fountain here. This is the general stores version. If you don't have the general stores version, then this will still be there, but it will have no function. Right, so what have I changed? I've changed quite a few things. I've added these lanterns, added some light, I've changed these walls to look different. You know what, before we go in the house, let's just take a walk around. We got our apiary, and here I have now built a little garden. This was very empty the last time, in the last version, and now I think it's much nicer. We have little custom shrines. These are not shrineable, these are not worshipable or anything, they're just nice looking little things. Here you can plant your own plants. And here we have a telescope. Sadly, that is not functionable. It would be nice, but it's not. It's just decoration. So yeah, we have this little garden here. We have a little seating area. This already existed. A little seating area here. Here I wanted to point out we have the wood chopping block, and this here is actually storage for wood. So yeah, thought I might as well make use of these. I've done this in many houses. We've got an oven, we've got a crafting suite. With everything you kind of need, and some things you don't. This is just for show, this is not doing anything. Got a workbench over here, crafting stores, smithing gear, you gotta put that in yourself. And again, this is just for looks, and that brings us round once. So, let's go in the house. Scholars Retreat is obviously a house for scholars, mages, people of the word. So what do we have? We have a couple of books to pick up. These are new. There are books all over the house now to be picked up. This is just for show, but it's a nice show. Here we have a cupboard, just normal cupboard, but then we have this. We examine this. You call upon the north wind to blow the mist from your garden, and what actually happens is this disables the mist particles here. This is to help with FPS problems. You can toggle this on and off just by touching the book again. You have invited the mist to return and veil your refuge once more. And this will happen, not straight away, but takes a moment. But there you go, you can already see the mist appearing again. So that's that. And then we have the library. Now I have finally figured out how to make proper signs for them, for the library, for the bookshelves, but I still left the little icons on top because it's pretty. I have to clarify that this is not automated. You have to put these books in yourself, meaning you have to actually read your books and find out what they are about, so you can stash them away properly. That's kind of the whole point about all this. So, here's the various elven books, and here we have the natural studies, poems, plays and novels, imperial studies, Khajiit records, there are not many, Argonian studies, yes, we do those. Redguard studies, again, not many. Breton, a few more. Nord studies, of course, we know there are plenty of Nordic books because we're in Skyrim. This is your scroll library. Here we have a box where when you're sorting your books and you realize you have yet another duplicate, you can put the duplicates in here just to have them out the way before you eventually delete them or sell them or whatever you want to do with them. And here is a shrine of Auriel. Another thing I've done is I have finally replaced those windows with actual glass windows. It doesn't really show right now because it's bright outside, but when it's dark you can see this quite well. I'll show you later. Alright, then we have the kitchen, little sitting area. Here's the kids' books. Not that the scholar who lives here is going to bother much with that because this home is not equipped for children. We have the general store's chest as usual. A bag, an empty bag. Here we have salt and stuff. Nothing special. This is all just for show, but here we can garlic the harvest. We can harvest the garlic, or we would be able to if we want to bloody bad bread. Okay, and here this is actually a bit of a pointy thing. This says don't forget the butter in the churn again. Use the big barrel for stushing you numpty. And random thought, why do I never see a real live dead pheasant anywhere? Well, no, a real live pheasant anywhere. What this means is if you have meat to stash, you can stash that in here. This is a non-respawning barrel. This is a respawning barrel, and here we have 20 dead pheasants. I'll explain later for what they are. We have a butter churn, bread and cheese, salt, raw foodstuffs. This is the usual general stores thing. We have the hearth fire here. We can cook either here or there. Turn on the fire and use this cooking pot, and we can turn on the water here and do the washing up if we really feel like doing that. This book is for cooking recipes, for any recipes you might want to stash here. And here's your food stores container. Otherwise we have for ale and for mead 2 different barrels for those. Okay, these are various light switches. Oh yeah, here we can toggle the curtains here. I've changed the curtains, they look nicer now, I think. In fact, I don't think there were curtains here in the first version. No need to go up there. None of this is activatable. This is all just decoration. Right, and I have added this little safe room. People were requesting that for survival reasons, for survival games, survival playthroughs. And what this has is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beds where your followers and you can spend the night. And turn this fire on. You can cook. There's your food, your books. You can put stuff on these dudes. You can sleep, but you can also sit on these beds. Oh, it says chair. Well, I should have not done that. But anyway, yeah, you can sit on these beds, which is nice. And your followers will actually happily do that. There's a couple of these everywhere, and as I said, yeah, the followers will happily sit on those. You can turn this light on or off by getting in the right position here, toggling the light. It's underneath the lamp, that thing there, that is actually a light button. So, that is your light. And yeah, there's some beer, because people like beer. And we have your general stores box. So yeah, this is a little safe place where nobody can get ya. And now we will go outside. These are my own paintings, by the way. The paintings in this house, I've made them myself. This is Whiterun here. And we can go downstairs either using this, or we can use the stairs. The reason why I put the trapdoor in eventually was that I did not want to get wet when it was raining, and I wanted to go downstairs, so I've put in an interior travel system. So basically you go through the trapdoor, you come out here, alright? Now we have a Shrine of Julianos. I have put up plenty of these. These are not made by me. Well, they are made by me, some of them at least, but not all of them, some of them. And here are some robes. This is for people who play air wizards, and here are some spare robes. We have Earth Mage, Fire Mage, and Water Mage outfits, in case you want to play with elemental magic, which is something I do. And a couple of very helpful books that you don't usually find early in the game, but if you play with followers, that you will find yourself needing to heal a lot. And yeah, therefore. Okay, here we have more book. We have the magical studies here, and the dark arts here, necromancy, whatever, whatnot. This is for you to put your bestest staves in. Alright, game crashed. Yeah, you put your staves there. This is your staff enchanter. Some books. I've added more books, random books that respawn, so you will never run out of books to read, even if you don't leave the house. This there is for your curtains for the window. Oh yeah, this is something I haven't even mentioned. So yeah, I have replaced all the windows in this house with actual nice glass. I think they look a lot nicer now. Here we have this is another little eye candy that I've added. flying books, because why the hell not? If you want to turn this off, just click somewhere there, say reconsider book filing system, and it's toggled off. Right then, here we put the mythic commentaries. Here we put the Elder Scrolls from Dawnguard. I think that these won't take the original Dragon Elder Scroll, but it's possible I already fixed that. I don't remember. Okay, there go your claws. Here go your black books. Here go the masks. There's Mirax's mask, and then here we can put the visage of Mzund and the mask of Clavicus Vile. I wrote that wrong. Excuse me. The paragons from the Frosty Valley there, and here we put the translated Falmer books. More random book. This is my artwork. All the pictures in here are my artwork. Azura Star can go here, and here we put Kalselmus Stone Rubbing and the Dwemer Lexicon. And here goes the Ogma Infinium, the replica. Now, I gave you this workstation so you can actually create replicas. They are not that easy to make. I mean, the easiest is probably the Golden Claw, which you can make at any time. I'm not really fussed about that. I didn't put any condition on this. But things like the Jagged Crown, the Ogma Infinium, no, not the Ogma Infinium, but the Jagged Crown and the Kalselmus Stone Rubbing, you need to actually get certain items from the room where you would get the original item, because these are quest items. You can't really display them. So here you go. You can make your replicas here. I added some more books for the Dreamstride. You can pick up a burned Dreamstride copy in the room where the Dreamstride lies. For the Jagged Crown, you have to go into the room where the Jagged Crown is and pick it from pick it up from a little box that's kind of close to the throne. And the Stone Rubbing, again, there is a duplication device which lies close to the actual stone. This is just to prevent people from just, getting these things without bothering. But then again, you know what Skyrim is like. If you want to cheat, you're gonna cheat. I'm not gonna stop you cheating. Right, here you can put the Book of Shadow Marks, the Dreamstride, and the Book of Fate. Yep, that's mine. Here we have a little follower room. I like to call this Lucien's room, because for a scholar, Lucien is obviously the one and only best follower around. Yep, that's how I see it. You can try and fight me on this, but I will die on this hill. Bedroom. Biggest change is the bed used to be here. Now the bed is over there. We now have a little sitting area here. And I think this looks kinda nice. This is again my artwork. Extra book. This is just for show. Oh yeah, for your special books. For your various jewelry. Treasures to get to them. And this is where you put the various headpieces that you can collect. And then, last but not least, I actually made the bathroom bigger. It was only a tiny little recess in the stone walls. Now we have a proper, good looking, dare I say, bathroom. Here we go. That turns on the shower. Here we have an actual sink with a bit of a ticklish. This is very small. The hitbox here. It's just the actual valve middle bit that is here, that is activatable here. But yeah, there you go, that's how that works. And then we have the mirror. Right. I think I've covered everything. I did actually all this before, but then that got corrupted, and it's been a couple of days since I recorded that. So I'm just going to stop here, I think. Did I show you? I think, well, if not, then I'll come back. But yeah, here we have the Alchemy Nook potion stores. This is where you can keep your animal components. Alchemy stores for herbs, my favorite potions, and magical components. That you don't need to use any of these. You can do that however you like, obviously. But here we have the little mortar again. Any of these items missing, then you're probably using the no general stores version. This turns on the light here, and altogether this is probably the best Alchemy Nook I've ever created. I love this one. This is my absolute favorite. Love standing here doing my tinkering and just being out and having my views. Okay, well, I think I covered everything. Yeah, maybe one last look at those lovely windows, because damn, they really do look good now. These things are a learning curve. I put in what I could at the beginning, and now I have actual glass, and I'm liking it much better. It doesn't look so much like a prison anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you with this, and I hope you enjoy this house. It was fun building it. It was a lot of trouble building it as well, but it was super fun building it, and thanks for downloading, and see you next time. Alright, okay, so first of all, of course I forgot the main reason why I wanted to make this video, and that is the secret. Second of all, I apologize for saying some things more than once. I admit that I am a little scatterbrained and absent-minded these days. I didn't sleep for 4 weeks before Christmas. I was on a medication that straight up deleted my sleep. I got maybe 20 hours in 4 weeks, and I'm better now. Since Christmas I've had medication that actually let me sleep again, but I can tell that my concentration is very, very bloody low at the moment. So please excuse my various mishaps here. I'm trying my best. I wanted to be doing these videos for months really, and just couldn't do them at all because I had no energy and nothing, and now at least I'm having the energy. So, having said that, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the secret, then please just stop watching the video now. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. You know, I put these clothes in the cellar, in the downstairs room, the mage robes and everything. I've always wanted them to be enchanted, but I didn't, because I thought maybe people want to put their own enchants on. But in the end, I gave in, and I created some enchanted items that you guys can disenchant, and then slap on, well, either these robes or whatever else you might want to slap them on. So I'm going to show you now where they are. So we are here outside the front, and we just make our way. Let's have a bit of light. Also, I apologize for the audio mix. For some reason my software wasn't recognizing my usual microphone, so I'm recording all this with a headset, and the headset is being a bit of an idiot with the audio. The music from the game sounded a lot quieter when I recorded it than it does in the playback. Yeah, here we go. Just underneath the apiary there is a little recess. It's been there for ages. I never knew what to do with it, but it makes for a lovely little place to hide things in, and here is the moldy chest, and inside you find these items. And trust me, they are a bit overpowered. I tried everything actually to underpower them, to make them not too overpowered, but I'm really bad with numbers, so well, give them a try, whatever. You can disenchant these items, and as I said, you don't have to actually wear them. And then you can put those enchants on whatever else you got. And this is it. This is absolutely it. No more secrets. And goodbye.